This is Guardian Radio, your station for up-to-the-minute news, intelligent, interactive, and engaging conversation. 96.9 FM. The views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the position of the management and staff of Guardian Network.
With Naughty is brought to you by BTC, the Cancer Treatment Centers of America, the Cleveland Clinic, Dunkin' Donuts, Fine Threads, John's Department Store, Joker's Wild, KFC, Naughty Johnny's, Percy's Island Games, Rise Bahamas, Scotiabank, and Tropical Gyros.
The Thursday, April 20th edition of Talking Heads is on and popping. And let me say happy 420 Day to those who celebrate April 20th. Happy holiday to y'all. Who get it, who don't, it's all good. But it is the Thursday edition. And you know how to chime in. It's the Thursday, April 20th edition. Like I said, 323-6232, 325-4316, 325-4259. Here in New Providence. Toll free in Grand Bahama and the Family Islands. 242-300-5720. 242-300-5720. Stream us live. Take us wherever you want to go. GuardianTalkRadio.com. Text lines powered by BTC 422-GR96. That's 422-4796. Cable channel 969. BTC Flow channel 612. That's how you get it in. That's how you get it on with fresh news, smart talk all day right here at GuardianTalkRadio.com. All right, let's go to the phone lines real quick. I see a phone right out of the gate. So who we got today? Talking Heads, Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Who's this?
A pleasant good evening, my brethren.
What's going on, Bucket Mud Goblin Sparky? What's happening?
The Ratchet Jaw Master King.
There you go.
Number 8 Pride Estate, right north of, 39 feet north of Lake Sparky.
So what's going on?
You know, I have to say something today, Naughty. I want you to give me a moment here. Because I heard somebody say something today. They said, boy, Sparky, save some of it for when Naughty come on. Because I let loose today on Howard Grant show. And I wanted to say something, Naughty, if you give me a moment, when it comes to talk show hosts, and talk show what they call chronic callers. Am I going to be allowed to do that?
This is my show, Sparky. Mi casa es tu casa. Go ahead.
I know that because sometimes them producers will get mad at you. But what I'm saying, Naughty, is that when talk shows started, a lot of people don't even understand when it started. It did not start when Hubert Ingram opened up the talk waves. talk show started when people like us, me and JT and all the pop and us, used to call ZNS on Monday night, 10 o'clock, when Steve McKinney and Piceville Forbes used to have a talk show up in the night called Speak Up.
Right.
And then when they opened up the talk shows in 1994, Wendell Jones had his talk show. And me and JT and all the Popper and Bannister and us, they used to call us Chronic Callers. And we kept talk show alive right up to this day with Guardian celebrate 11 doggone years. We kept talk show going. And people complain, let the same people call in all the time. We tell them, but y'all call in. If y'all call in and voice your opinion, then we wouldn't have to call in. But what I have to say is with a talk show host, and I admire people like you and Howard Grant, and yourself, and people like Dwight, and people like Warren McCartney, God bless. He ain't dead, but he left us. But there's some talk show hosts that came on these talk shows that because this is a money-making thing to them. These are the same people used to complain up and talk about us about being chronic callers. But now they found out that talk show hosts could go on and make money from it. And they came on, and they come in here. One fella's come on, and I ain't calling no name. You know me from politics. I don't know you from politics. Because we had so much people go down in the House Assembly as politicians and everything. What you believe that you so important that we know you from politics? You only could have been in there 5 years. So that ain't no big thing. But we know people, talk show hosts around there, like people like yourself, and how them is allow people to say what they want to say, voice their opinions. You understand what I'm saying? I'm naughty?
Hey, Richard Sparky.
You allow people to voice their opinions. You got the talk show fella 4 o'clock in the evening. If you don't want to call it, then you disagree with him. He cussing you and carrying on and this and that. Like he know everything. He know everything. I call them, I don't know what I want to call them. Remember, that's a new job to them. But if we wasn't around to call into these talk shows, it will go dead. And y'all make money from the sponsors and everything, from us calling in, all of us, not only the chronic callers, but if we don't call in there, the talk show host and Guardian will go dead. You understand what I'm saying, Naughty?
I got you, Sparky.
And you keep it going. Howard Grant keep it going. And the people, and tell them people on the phone, especially that 4 o'clock fella, that it ain't about him and what he know about everything. I tell everybody in this country, we got about 7 people. If they go down the House Assembly, we can get rid of the rest.
Now, listen, I just want to get one word in here. You know, I think I let you beat up your gum. I think you cleared your chest. You feel good, right? You feel better?
Yeah.
All right, now, just let me tell you.
But let me say one thing. We got enough people call the talk show that know everything and how to fix the Bahamas. Starting with C. Allen, Graham, you got 52, you got you got Warren McCarthy.
You said this yesterday. Listen, but
if y'all go down the House Assembly,
but Sparky,
look at Naughty. If y'all go down the House Assembly with all the knowledge y'all got and everything, we can fire the Prime Minister and everybody because y'all know everything but everything. And you better get me down there as the pastor of the church of the House Assembly.
Who you be pastor at a church in the New Covenant of Brown Bottles? That's who you be.
Yeah, we can get them there. You come every Wednesday, you get a brown bottle.
Oh, Lord.
But see, the thing is, we know what to do in this country because it looks like our leaders don't know what to do. If we vote SNMN, they don't know what to do. We vote PRP, we don't know what to do. I know one thing, they know how to party and fly all around the place. Have a good day, bud.
Yes, Sparky, be safe. Back at you, man. Same way.
All right.
Oh, Sparky, I was trying to tell you, though, you never let me get a word in edgewise on my own. I was trying to tell you, Sparky, that, hey, it is an open line Thursday today, so we can open it up. But, Mr. Producer, Sparky don't know that when he don't call, we still get calls, though. I didn't want to hurt his feelings, but that's my boy, but still. Speaking of, we got another call? That's the next one? Talking Heads, Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Who's this?
Yeah, good afternoon. This is the GNN.
I know, man. What's going on, GNN? What's good in the ghetto, man?
You ain't know this is the GNN. You need to stop joking, you know nothing.
No, listen, when I hear this voice right here, the GN, I know that's you. I know.
I know you was a comedian, but you guys stop joking, man. What happened yesterday?
What you mean, what happened yesterday?
And you supposed to call me?
You straight, man. I put your name downstairs. Oh, I forgot to call you. Yeah, you need to come downstairs and pick up from the receptionist down there with your name. I left 3 of them for you, man. Little KFC cards.
Man, make sure that's straight. But listen.
That's straight.
That's Sparky sound
as a
much better.
matter of fact, when you hang up, you could call,
Yeah.
make sure I call before 5, and just double check your name down there.
Yeah, listen. Now, Sparky sound much better than what he did earlier. See, I call a spade a spade. I like do not. He missed. He danced and all of that today. But the reason why I called and I ridiculed him till earlier was because Sparky cussed on national radio, and that is unacceptable. Because you have children,
Yeah, you
and
can.
you have other small young people listening. Now, see, he can cuss at me. He can cuss at you because we can turn around and cuss him back. But when you cuss on miss and cuss on national radio, you should be man enough to miss and call and say, I apologize. And that's what he dancing around.
Right.
I ain't talk, we ain't nobody want no from no 1983 to 1989 and stuff like that. When you make a mistake, you gotta be man enough to say, man, I mess and slip or I apologize. And he ain't do that yet.
Right.
So as far as I'm concerned, he still barred from the show until he apologized. Because I had to cover up my little boy ass who listens to the show with me every day.
That was earlier.
Earlier, yeah.
All right.
But he ain't want to be man enough to say, I made a mistake. I apologize to Radio Nation. Not because you've been there from 84 means you could cuss.
No, yeah, I got you. I got you.
And that's what I really called for that at my KFC bag.
Now, listen, I can make sure you get straight. I need you to hold the line. I go into the break, and I can make sure Mr. Producer let you know exactly how to come for your bag with your
Yeah,
coupon
because I
and
come in there tomorrow.
everything. Right, and it can be right downstairs. So you can be good to go.
Okay.
All right, no worries, man. I'm just hold the line, and we got another call. So let me see. This probably Sparky calling back. Make sure I get
Yes,
this info
sir.
again for me. Make sure, for sure.
Yeah. Yes, sir, Naughty.
All right, be safe, bro. We got another phone call. Oh, Lord, y'all don't want me to get it. Nothing today. Talking Heads, Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Who's this?
Hey, Naughty, how you doing, little brother?
What's going on, Double J?
I'm fine. I listen to my boy, Supper Marvin, Wally Boy, saying, right, you know something, yeah, we all make mistakes, right, but Sparky been on a little while, and he's supposed to know better than that, right, but, let me tell my boy Marvin, the only prime minister ever apologized to the Bahamas is Leonard Pellegrino. So Leonard Pellegrino say, don't blame them, blame me. You open Missy apologized, Miss Christie apologized, Dr. Missy apologized for the wrong they do to us in this country. Naughty, I can't go to sit and gamble. I can't go and get a license and gamble. They go and come all kind of marital rape, all kind of dumbness. People can't buy land in this country. People can't afford a house. People getting killed every day. This small little Jacob Island. Just a run. Everything getting gated. I remember I used to roam from South Beach to Sea Beach Canal to Live Vicky, the old Fort Bay. I just swim from Pies Island, Malcolm Park to Pies Island from Longwood and died quarters.
All right.
I used to go from Fort Underground straight to Fort Charlotte Underground doing hoboing. They destroy our key. That's underground cave. We could go there and just juke the fish and catch them.
Wow.
The Bahamas is a rich country. Every grape tree there by Fort Charlotte, I know the sweet one from the sour one. I had to climb every coconut tree in Centerville Hill. Had to be found with the people wall and teeth for white people things.
Now you thieving the white people things? Why you had to thieve the white people things, man?
Because they had farm, they had orange, they had everything. They had grapefruit, they had them good big mangola by Venezuela.
Man, and
All the whole area was farm.
my late
Grandtown
grandpa,
was farm.
my late grandpa Cam Thompson had a huge farm out that day. I hope you never used to hit that up.
Boy, we hit all, my buddy. I ain't getting
Man, like you used to know all them all plum ones from Gannett and Sugar Apple. I believe you know everything about them.
Yeah, man, hey, they had the whole plum, the green whole plum. They're the sweetest whole plum in the world. But now, put all fun to joke aside now, right? The Bahamas, these foreigners don't like us. See, they come to the Bahamas because they can make money. And all our bunch of weak leaders, PLBs and F&M.
Yeah, I was going to say, our own kind don't like us because there's a lot of foreigners to get away with it.
Exactly, that's my point. So, I want to know what they can say when they come campaign this time. I told my PLBs and F&M because nobody, none they running now. You hear Sparky and Pop them saying, and it's true. They check in, that's why they hate to call it them. The Chinese, the Americans, the Jamaicans, taking one to we can't go to people's country and do the nonsense they're doing to us. But anyhow, I don't on the corner drinking some nice bush with my boys.
Well,
in the GNN.
Drink a next one, man. It's 420.
They didn't know that.
Drink a bush
hey,
too.
Naughty,
Yeah.
Naughty. They selling such thing on the park, yes, you know.
Man, I done tell somebody about the behind over that too. They tell me I can improve. I can say anyway, if you don't have it done by next weekend, I can deal with you all the following Monday. So they got
Man, let's get them, man. Put pressure on one.
I got you.
Okay, buddy.
All right, be safe, but we talk soon. All right, Mr. Producer, let's get to the first break, man, because I was going to open the lines today, but they seem to have opened themselves. Now, Sparky, seems like you was a naughty fella earlier, man. Sound like you dropped a little expletive deletive on the air. Now, you all right with me. You haven't violated in my time space, but you violated in others. You got all kind of texts saying you need to apologize or you need to be quiet. So, Sparks, I know you're listening. You need to use this platform now to say sorry to the nation so you can continue being one of the veteran Mount Rushmore talk show callers and contributors that you are. Because you on the Mount Rushmore, for sure. Because you've been there since it started. And used to bucket mouth. But you know, like I always say, know better, do better. And only your friends will tell you when you're wrong, Sparky. So you need to apologize. Mr. Producer, were you producing today when he dropped the said expletive deletive? So you got to apologize to producer too. Because he's still here. Howard done gone. And only the piece of microphone left as usual. So let's get to the break. What kind of scarf Howard had on today, man? He was scarfing it today? It was a little chilly. I was like, man, Howard got on a scarf today for sure. Anyway, listen. I want you all to know you all like these tunes I be, using as my show day, but I can switch it up, man. For the next couple of weeks, bring it down. We can deal with this Bushman. Bring it back in from the top. We can deal with this Bushman for the next couple of weeks. I looking around this society, and trust me, some of y'all really need to get called out for the issue doing. From the tippy top down to the bottom, and everywhere in between. All right? And I got address it when we come to the headlines, all right? Because we keep reading the same depressing, morbid headlines. Woman found in canal, shot dead. Centerville MP urges residents to speak out on crime after double murder. F&M's urge equal treatment under law. Lawyer condemns Gonsalves' comments. And listen, I got to talk about that PM for St. Vincent and the Grenadines. I mean, he got quite the track record himself to be talking about judges and stuff. He ain't the cleanest of the clean. But anyway, we'll talk about that on the flip side of the rig. But anyway, who the cow fit weird. Starting next week, that's how I carry on with y'all. Hit him with the Bushman. Let's go.
Lord of mercy. Whoa. A fire banner we got Babylon and the free talk coulda never get me down. And though they try to use me and abuse me, I leave them with the frown. Me bona fire banner we got Babylon and the free talk coulda never get me down. And though they try to use me and abuse me, I leave them with the frown. The work goes for so long on the plantation, and me never get paid. Or gold they stole away, how many life them slay. Now them work just lock them in them face. Why are yes, you are your crew can go too well. Cause after we know under your colonial spell, and all those false doctrine that you compel. Hey, and all those books you stole away, all those kids you led astray. Wait on your judgment day. Bobby Rock. Me bona fire banner we got Babylon and the free talk coulda never get me down. And though they tried to use me.
Original or hot and spicy?
Feeling original? Think twice. Here's some precise advice. Always add the spice.
Hey, that's great. Take your time, brother. I don't want you to run too far out with your spicy self.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, mouth hard, but you still ain't got the right flavor.
Listen, just like the Colonel, I'm an original. You? There's a spicy come lately.
You think so? Original. You could never.
There's no winning flavor. They're all finger-licking good. Only at KFC Nassau.
When I had got prostate cancer, my family didn't know if I was going to live. At Cancer Treatment Centers of America, within days, I got an appointment. They presented me with treatment options, and we set up a robotic prostatectomy. When my scans came back, there are no signs of cancer. They don't see you as a number, they see you as a part of the family. I'm going on with my life. It's a real gift.
Call us at Cancer Treatment Centers of America.
My business couldn't survive without my credit card machine from Fidelity. It's fast, convenient, and my clients love it. My sales increased, and I can track my earnings. Get your credit card machine from Fidelity today. Call 356-7764.
People, what you thinking? We want something different. People, what you wanting? We want local government. I can tell them no more slunking. We want see it function. I can tell them no more joke. I forgot. Going down Blue Hill Road, going down Village Road, going down Nassau Road. We want local government. We want local government. It's the road. We want local government. Share the love. We want local government. We got call for local government. Sign the petition and find out more information at risebahamas.net.
Hazelnut meets mocha with the new Dunkin' Hazelnut Mocha Signature Latte. Savor the delicious coffee combination of smooth, rich espresso with silky chocolate and toasted hazelnut flavors. All topped with whipped cream, decadent mocha drizzle, and hot chocolate powder. Available hot or iced, the Dunkin' Mocha Latte is the perfect pick-me-up at any time of day. So why wait? Head to your favorite Dunkin' and enjoy the Dunkin' Hazelnut Mocha taste sensation today. The Bahamas runs on Dunkin'.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
I'm great. Whoa, Lord. I great is going through my head. And that is the reason why my eyes are turning red. It's going through my head, I'm feeling red. Every time I get a spliffle, if I got to have it, I need Igrate. It's going through my head. Don't bring me no bush, I need the best. So if you cannot find me, I'll be heading down now west. Lay back, relieve the stress.
Yeah, there you go. Happy 420 for everybody who just texted in. All right, I get it. I played a little tune for you all right? But I will go to the text lines right now as we get into the buzz, all brought to you, of course, by John Shoes. And I'll be honest, I knew this probably was going to come up today at some point, and here it is. Naughty, I appreciate you, hollering out and all the columns that you've written on the legalization and decriminalization of marijuana here in the Bahamas. But again, under this administration, a lot of promises on the campaign trail. But here we are in April of 2023, and still no movement on the marijuana bill. And a bill that is lacking. And I've said it's lacking before, too. And I agree with you, Texter. It is lacking on multiple levels. Still nothing. Just continuing talks about, next time we go in, we'll try to table it, so on and so forth. But it's lacking. It speaks to medicinal, but you mentioned in the hemp plant, there is no medicinal value from the hemp plant. That comes from the cannabis plant. Now, the industrial value comes from the hemp plant. So I agree with you, Texter. We need to get it together. Our AG needs to make a definitive final statement on it. And we need to know where we're going with it and who the stakeholders are in the game and who the players are in the game and how the everyday Bahamian could be a player in that market. Because it is a lucrative industry, both medicinally, recreationally, and industrially. And we have to look at all the components. And if you have a bill that does not speak to recreational or sacramental use or decriminalization, there's too many dangling participants and loopholes. So we need to get it ready. And we need to be, Boy, listen here. I can get to this call and I can go to your Texas. Boy, your Texas savage today. Sparky, the Texas want blood. Boy, I'm telling you. Let's go to the phone lines, Mr. Producer. I see I got another call as we continue right now with the buzz. All brought to you, of course, by John Shoes. Open line Thursday. Talking Heads, Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Who's this?
All due respect.
Uh-huh.
I am right here.
All right. Well, apologize, Sparky.
Now, hold on.
Hey, one second. All right, get the One Republic line up for me, man. Get the One Republic line up, all right? Go ahead, Sparky.
I don't have the right I have a constitutional right. And that give me the right to voice my opinion.
Yeah, Sparky,
And
but,
I have
but
asked
not to
before,
show,
but
not to
hold
show
on,
the
hold
inner
on,
workings of your bungie while doing it.
Naughty, when I called it, I asked the producer, does he remember me cussing today? He says, Sparky, I don't remember you cussing. I might use a word that that caller did not like. Okay? But I don't remember me what we call cussing.
Well, Sparky, you missed your call and you should have been a lawyer.
Lordy, look here. Lordy, me and you been to school. I been to the government high. I'm a retired international banker and also a retired supervisor of Batelco. And I know when I say something that is defamatory or anything in the English language. Okay, I might say something that he did not like. Now, I got to ask you if the word goddamn is a curse.
So now you come back on my show and try to push the envelope.
But is that a curse?
Yes, I've known not to be a curse. And
You
let
know
me tell
not
you
to be a
why.
curse.
Hold on, let me tell you why, Sparky. You asked me a question, let me give you the answer.
Okay.
Let me tell you something. I know
Let's
to be.
talk sense.
I
Yeah,
know to be.
go.
Listen, my late Aunt Kay Thompson, Lord bless the dead, bless her sweet soul, and she used to run on. That was one of her favorites. Wait one GD minute.
GD.
No, but she used to say the whole thing. When she used to
the
run
whole
on, that
thing,
was
the
her
whole
word.
thing.
Now,
Okay.
I listen. I'm in the comedy business. All right. That is used as a curse in our vernacular. That's considered a curse. Some people don't like that. They find that offensive.
So if I said that, did I apologize?
Huh?
Hello?
Go ahead.
If I said that, I apologize. But I can also say that out of anger, out of not out of disrespect.
Okay.
But I can say that also, Naughty. A lot of people in this country are so frustrated because we've been lied to, we've been teased, we've been taken advantage of, and sometimes we don't want to take them to AK-47. We don't want to go and cut somebody down with a cutlass.
But hold on,
we just want to let our frustration out to what our people have done to us.
I get that, Sparky, but it's two things, bro. All right? And you know you're my boy. I got mad love and respect for you. But listen, number one, sometimes when you curse, you lose the argument. Take that from me. I had some arguments one in my time, dads to rights. One. And I just had to throw one little adjective in there, boom, argument lost, because I dropped the bomb.
Okay.
No, now hold on, now just let me finish.
Okay.
Now, yeah, GD, that's considered a curse. It's out of order. You can't say it. And then to come back on my show, you try to play slick and say it there, so you want to like pee on 2 fire hydrants. Will the dog catch a reach now? So I just want you to hear something, Sparky. Hold on, listen, Sparky.
I'm listening.
All right, Sparky.
Well, if I cuss on any talk show in this place, me at 72 years old, I apologize in the entire Commonwealth of the Bahama Islands. But what I would like to do of Naughty, before I go this evening, I would like every government that ran this country from 1973 to telling us that we're going to celebrate 50 years to apologize to me for them to go taking me backward instead of taking me forward. Every one of them. Have a good day.
You too, and don't say another word. But listen to this, Sparky. Play it, man. Sparky, you ain't got to apologize no more. Just don't do it again, Sparky. Know better, do better. All right? Is this another call here, Mr. Producer? I see the phone lit up. This another call? Talking Heads, Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Who's this?
Yes, CG. Is doggone a curse word?
No, doggone. You could use doggone it all day.
Oh, man. Okay, so if I'm having sex with my wife and she says, F me more, is that a curse?
Now, there you go walking the tightrope.
Okay, good. That's anyhow. I just want to point this
Before you have to apologize, yeah.
Yeah, I know. Before I have to apologize.
Everybody open mic comedian today, boy. Everybody open micing it.
All I'm saying is you are doing a wonderful job by providing a level of therapy for the Bahamian people.
Oh, therapy? Listen, yes, I appreciate that. Now I'm gonna put on my resume like how Bahamians do. Now I'm gonna call myself a therapist.
You need to update your resume and realize that you are the one who allow people to just speak. And then you, with some guided influence, I'm sure you have that control because you have a license to live up to with your Guardian Radio, but you're on the edge too. You're sitting right on the blade, allowing us to get off. But didn't you all have a delay where the producer would hear what is being said before it's broadcast? I mean, most technology is advanced to that stage.
We do have a delay, and some people may get a piece of it. Some people may get the initial portion of it. Some people don't. But at the same time, it's not a platform, man. If you can express yourself without having to go there, then don't go there.
But if the producer's in the restroom, the show is in trouble.
My producers are Teflon. They're kind of like cyborgs. They do not go to the bathroom during my 2 hours. They will hold it. I've seen some eyeballs floating before, but they will not go. They will not. They're like dogs, and I don't mean that in a bad way, but you know them tundra dogs, those Iditarod sleigh dogs, they will run for hours and not go to the bathroom. That's pedigree right there.
Now you're cursing your producer. You call them dogs.
No, I call him a pedigree. See, if I had called him the B word, then that would have been problem. But I call him a pedigree, as in alpha.
So we have levels. We have levels of curse.
Yeah, man. Some are accepted and some are not accepted.
Well, I want to applaud you and allow you to please allow.
I happen to be proficient in all.
Yeah, I realize that. That's why I'm afraid of you. But allow us to call in and just get off a little, but not too much, because you will find that people will share some things with you if you could just marginally allow them.
Buddy, you need to read my text. You need to read some of my text I hear.
Could you publish all the text messages that you get?
I could write satire memoirs with these texts.
No, I'm serious. Wouldn't that be a good addition to your show? To outside of the show, publish all the text messages maybe on Twitter or somewhere, so that you may seem offensive under some anonymous name, so we could know who it is and really see the depth of our confusion in this country, because people are hurting as a result of the numbers. The clutter is actually creating a little bit of conflict right now. It's tight. So obviously, if you could just share it, maybe we could figure out, look, if you don't belong here, get out of here.
Yeah, I mean, you keep coming back to that same point, and guess what? That sentiment today was shared a lot. There's a poll that's been circulating. I don't know if you've seen it with the results that came out, but that was like one of the top issues, or the top issue, maybe number 2, that was bothering Bahamians.
Clutter.
Immigration
but it's clutter. Like immigration. Immigration is just a word to make it look good. It's clutter. When you have clutter, you have conflict. And if you're going to deliberately allow numbers of persons to infiltrate your territory, you want the conflict so that you can spend time battling that than dealing with the real issues that the people are feeling. So that's really where we are. They are inviting clutter.
Yeah, they like organized confusion. It's organized confusion. It's strategic confusion.
There you go. Well, okay, so listen, how do we fix this to the point where we know there are persons who have been...
Stop electing the same set of jabronis every 5 years. Find some new, younger jabronis to elect that we could probably work with, and they could, form a new path of politics in this country, because they know what we're tired of and they know what we want. So they got a great opportunity to succeed if they're serious.
But that whole Guardian Radio staff need to run.
I like right here, man. Listen, if I ran, they got to make me Minister of Agriculture, and they got to put me in charge of legalization, decriminalization of marijuana, and then social affairs.
No. You have to be proxy. See, you don't want to be directly involved.
I was being facetious, man. I like it
but
right
I
here in the chair.
What y'all offer can be done better at the proxy level than being on the front line. You can mentor people to do good who are younger than you, but these people who have already gone over, like myself, you can't change us. But I'll tell you one thing what you could do. If you were to sell gold right now, XEU USD, and you were to put like $1 on it, and you put like $30,000 on it, but you know what to do, right? That's called trading. That eliminates the clutter. See, you don't have to deal with the clutter when you walk out there and see these people who you don't know because you have a bank account. That's where we need to go.
Yep. I mean, listen, it's much safer than FTX.
You better believe it. So clutter is the enemy of clarity. They want to clutter your mind so you can't think clearly. And that's what churches do, because they're all banks. The courts do it. They're all banks. You go and pay them the fine, and then you broke. And guess what? You can't even buy food no more because you gave the courts your fine so that you don't go to jail.
Rewind and repeat. And until we change the process by electing the people who are going to change the process, then we're going to be stuck in the same process.
That means we stuck forever because really there are very, very few people who are coming forward with the ability to do so because once they get in there, they have to abide by the status quo.
I tell you, man, the situation that we're in right now reminds me of that Phil Collins and Genesis song. You remember Land of Confusion?
No, I don't remember. I wasn't there, but you could tell me another time.
No, I can let it play going into the break so y'all can hear it. But I got one more call.
But this is the land right here of confusion.
Yeah, right now we live in it.
Okay, thanks.
All right, be safe. We'll talk soon. Let's go to that next call. Talking Heads, Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Who's this?
Hey, Naughty.
Hey, what's going on, bro?
Yep, hey, well, you said the right thing. We need to get some new people in, man.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, you know, if you keep doing the same thing over and over with the same results or continued negative results, it's called lunacy.
Hey, I can be 45 this year, and I see it over and over and over. How much more people could take? Some people, them 80-something years old, and it ain't nothing changed. So what's going on, Naughty? What's going on with these people?
You know what I look at it like, bro? Like I equate our political scene to like Friday the 13th. There's been 13 episodes or 14 episodes, and we know how it can end. A dude in a mask to show up and kill somebody.
But see, Naughty, you know I don't like Naughty, right? They get all the mountaineering groups, right? When the election, before the election, we can vote them out, this and that and all that. Now, when the people come around, ham and turkey, couple nails, on plywood and everything, all that, now they change them out. Now, watch out. Next 5 years, Naughty, the roofs are leading, and the next year, after they vote the people in, now they got to wait for 5 more years
to get the roof fixed.
To get the nail and wood to do the other part of the roof. But Naughty, I don't understand these people.
We truly are the conk because we allow it to keep happening to ourselves. We like to get beat over the head.
And they keep complaining. How in the world do we swing for straight and our ribs and chicken and thing and all that, and we get the whole of our life to live. See what happened in Naughty? A lot of these people right now, they get these little government job and everything, but when they retire, they have to come back into the system that they created. They don't understand it, no.
And what they got, that's a great point what you made. Because while they
have to come back in the system.
With quote unquote, whatever run they on while they working for government and whatever they doing, that's one thing. But you got to come back to the community one day. And how did you build that community? How did you build that community in your capacity working at a government office?
Naughty,
did you make it better for Bahamians or did you leave it status quo? Go ahead, bro.
Before I go, this is good, Naughty. When you have kids, like I always tell people, when you have kids, Naughty, you're supposed to make sure you leave the pathway smooth. Because see, you know why I said, Naughty? You don't know when God might allow you to live to 80-something years old. Naughty, if you put barricades and all that for your kids, them not to help you to take care of you, they can put you in old folks' home.
Straight to Shady Oaks, retirement. That's what has happened. Yep.
That's what happened. And a lot of them, why you go to old folks' home right now? A lot of them parents who made bad decisions when they was growing up, they didn't do the right decision. Now the kids cannot take care of them because they didn't leave the pathway open up, and they had chance to fight, and they didn't fight. And I don't feel bad for that. All right, Naughty.
You're keeping it real, brother. I appreciate you, man. Good stuff as always, man. All right, man, let's get to the break, Mr. Producer, man. Let Phil Collins take us to the break. Text just hit me, but Naughty, what I know about Phil Collins and Genesis. This is what I know about Phil Collins and Genesis right here. All in your ear hole. Let's go.
Goody two shoes. Betty by Bo's time again. Good night, honey.
Sweet dreams, dear.
That's Phil Collins on drums too, by the way, y'all. In case y'all didn't know, Phil was wicked on the drums, man.
Into the night.
Hazelnut meets mocha with the new Dunkin' Hazelnut Mocha Signature Latte. Savor the delicious coffee combination of smooth, rich espresso with silky chocolate and toasted hazelnut flavors. All topped with whipped cream, decadent mocha drizzle, and hot chocolate powder. Available hot or iced, the Dunkin' Mocha Latte is the perfect pick-me-up at any time of day. So why wait? Head to your favorite Dunkin' and enjoy the Dunkin' Hazelnut Mocha taste sensation today. The Bahamas runs on Dunkin'.
John Shoes and Accessories is your one-stop shop for all your footwear needs. Whatever the occasion, John's is confident you will find what you're looking for among our always growing collection of amazing and trendy styles. We cover women, men, children, the whole family. Together with John's great prices and helpful and friendly customer service, your experience in shopping with us will be time well spent. Too busy to come in store? Shop with us online. www.johnshoes.com. John's also now carries small home appliances. So come on in today at John's, where we put fashion at your feet.
When faced with an illness like cancer, we band together, and we at Cleveland Clinic in Florida have your back. From advanced cancer treatments to extra safety measures at all of our locations, we're with you on this journey for every infusion and follow-up, for every step of the way, for every care in the world. Cleveland Clinic in Florida. Get the care you need when and where you need it. To learn more or connect with a local representative, visit clevelandclinic.org/Caribbean.
Play with Island Games, we making dreams come true. Play with Island Games, we paying more out to you. Don't mind the noise in the market, you getting cash in your pocket. 'Cause Island Games is spicy, and spicy is tradition. So when you play Island Games, we putting Bahamians first, guaranteed to pay. Island Games, we like them other jokers. We've been here from the start, from the bike to computer. Island Games, we can make your dreams come true. We playing with Island Games.
The ultimate sandwich experience starts with a bite of the KFC Barbecue Glazed Zinger and a flavor explosion of crispy, juicy, 100% premium white meat spicy filet, KFC barbecue sauce, lettuce, cheese, and smoky bacon on a toasted brioche bun. The perfect balance of heat and sweet. You won't be able to resist the KFC Barbecue Glazed Zinger. Made by the fried chicken sandwich experts, the KFC Barbecue Glazed Zinger is available for a limited time. Try one today. KFC, it's finger-licking good.
This is Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM, Nassau, Bahamas.
Talking Heads with Naughty is brought to you by BTC, the Cancer Treatment Centers of America, the Cleveland Clinic, Dunkin' Donuts, Fine Threads, John's Department Store, Joker's Wild, KFC, Naughty Johnny's, Percy's Island Games, Rise Bahamas, Scotiabank, and Tropical Gyros.
The Thursday, April 20th edition of Talking Heads continues right now. All right. We're up into the 5 o'clock hour. 5:10 p.m. is the time. Look for Pearly there, Mr. Producer. The Pearl is waiting to get in. The Pearl. Pearly, hey, babe, look here. I ain't gonna lie. Joke just came to mind. We got Pearly in yet? Well, anyway, we wait for Pearly. Pearly in?
Are you right in this corner?
What's going on, Pearly? Everything good with you?
Yeah, live. Thank God for life.
All the time. All the time. But
you know, my dog just lost last night, but that's all right.
Hey, listen, it was It was a rough night for Dodgers. It's a rough night.
All right. Don't worry about it. Too early in the season to worry about
But that's what I know you can say is early in the season. You know?
Yeah. See, if teams like San Diego was ahead of us, I'd be concerned. But Arizona, all right. I don't worry about that.
Oh, Lord. Watch it now. Remember them D-backs? Those Diamondbacks get hot every now and again, you know, Purdy.
No, they can get hot for a couple of days, but they're not going to hold no division. They cannot sustain it to hold the division. They don't have the pitching, and the team is a little bit too young.
I was just going to say, I think youth might get the better of them this year. But next year and the year after, watch out. That's going to be a solid little squad.
And we see the difference with the Dodgers and them is we don't rebuild. We
retool. Restart.
We retool and restart. So, excuse me, as we moving on, we got a catcher named Catalea waiting in the wings. Top catching prospect in the minors. We got another outfield. We got a bunch of pitchers. And you know who might probably end up in LA next year, even though we probably can lose Julio Urias.
Yeah, I think Urias might be in problems.
No, Urias may be a Yankee next year, from what I hear.
No, I'm saying in problems as far as Dodgerland. Money not going to go enough to go around. They're going to let him go so you could either. I think you're going for Shohei for real.
No, we want him to stay. It's him who's thinking about moving on.
So y'all trying to keep him and Shohei.
Seattle Yankees and Angels will be. Well, the Angels will express interest in him if Shohei leaves them.
Yeah, that express. Of course, that's a no-brainer. It looks like a weird trade, a weird free agent trade.
But it may not happen as a trade. And if you see the Angels out of contention by the trade deadline, then they probably pull the trigger. If not, they can ride it out.
Well, we'll see how it pans out. I think there's going to be a lot of that in baseball right now because you got. I had a gander at Kansas City's lineup the other night, right? And they got Rolandis Chapman in relief. There is no way Rolandis Chapman finishes the season in Kansas City. He is going to get traded for draft picks or younger players, and he'll go to a contender.
And and if that
it looked good in that Dodger blue. I was just gonna say.
If bullpen continue the way it's going, I wouldn't rule that out.
And y'all have the tools to make a trade with Kansas City where y'all could get one or two players. They could get one or two players for Chapman that are in your system, like with the Yankees last year. Y'all traded your number 6 prospect, and he's now number 16 prospect.
16. Number 16,
and he's number 6 already in their pipeline.
Yep.
So if Kansas City could get 2 players for Chapman who would be lights out for you in the bullpen, let's be honest.
Yeah, I know. I'm happy with the way my 2 rookies, Vargas and Artland, are playing.
Now y'all
Vargas batting average ain't where I wanted, but he's getting on base, getting a lot of walks. Artland is just being lights out ball.
That way you could trade some of that AAA talent that can't crack that Dodger lineup that could start in other major league parts.
We get some AA talent. Dominating AA and trying to get them in AAA now. One thing I can say, and the Mets owner said it when he bought the team. I want to emulate. I want to mirror the Dodgers program, and the Dodgers has an excellent farm system. Always have been.
Y'all always had somebody. I remember from small. You look on the back of the baseball cards. AAA, Albuquerque, New Mexico. Dodgers farm system. If you came from Albuquerque, guess what? You was a player. You was a player.
This team 1 year, probably at the time San Diego was the bottom of the barrel, people were saying the Dodgers, the Albuquerque team, the championship team, probably would have beat the Padres in the series.
Hey, speaking of Padres, they are fully loaded, my brother. And
they
Tatis
are fully
come
loaded,
back.
but the only concern I have with them is they spending plenty money, and they ain't got it like the Dodgers.
But boy, I tell you, that lineup is nasty.
I don't know if they can sustain that kind of salaries. I don't think Juan Soto can stay there.
I don't know about all of that, but I mean, you got. Look what they got now.
Tatis is back in the lineup tonight, and they're looking for a place to put him. They're going to put him. They push him in right field.
That's how loaded they are, but he can play all of those.
He can play, and they're loaded. They're loaded. They're offensively, they're very loaded. Pitching wise, they have a pretty decent. Starting lineup, but they have some holes in them, so it's gonna be interesting to see what they do.
No, but look at this. Manny Machado at 3rd.
Yes.
All right, you got Xander Bogaerts at short.
Yeah.
Kim Ho-Sung at second base.
Yeah.
You got You got and they loaded. You got Jay Cronenworth as well at second, pretty decent player right there. Tatis in the outfield. The pitching is loaded. Juan Soto, all right.
No, the starting pitching is pretty good, but
Blake Snell, Trent Grisham, Josh Hader, Michael Wacha, Luke. They got some loaded arms on there though. Matt Carpenter at third, who came over from the Cardinals, not a bad pickup. They have a nice rounded out lineup, Purdy. They solid. Now, like you say, this team is very loaded, but is Purdy on mute again? Or did we lose Purdy? Purdy, you on mute. You muted yourself. I'm saying this team is loaded. This team is loaded, but like I say, I don't know how long this is going to stay together because that's a lot of talent to pay. And I don't know how long they're going to be able to pay all of that talent.
Well, you know, they get Tatis get his big contract. Machado got a big contract. Hugh Davis got a big contract. They brought Bogart with a decent contract. Juan Soto is under his old contract, but he's up for big money next, and I don't know if they can be able to pay him because he's going to get 30-40 million.
They're going to be hectic, man. They're going to be hectic to fill out. That's a lot. That's a lot of money, man. But right now, if they get it together, though, Purdy, they're going to make it tough for you all this year.
No, I expect a run from them, but I still expect to win the division in double digits.
You still think so?
I still think we can win. If there's something, listen, this Dodger team you see on April 20th, 2023 is not going to be the same Dodger team that you're going to see September 30th, 2023.
All right, I'll take your word for it.
Some things can happen. There's some strings, some trigger can get pulled. Some things can happen.
I'll tell you what trigger got pulled, but the Yankees put 5 up on the A's in the first.
Everybody putting 5 up on the A's in the first. But, you know, that's good. Yankees looking really good. Looking good.
Man, listen, I ain't going to tell you a word of lie. That's nice to see them, you know, put 5 up there.
Yeah.
Judge, nobody did anything really. No home runs in the game or nothing. Just a lot of hits.
Well, that's good. That's what you need that sometimes.
Yeah, Rizzo got 2 hits already and an RBI. And Trevino, the catcher, got 3 RBIs too.
Y'all got a really good lineup, but I'm concerned about your bullpen. How good is your bullpen?
The bullpen, Purdy, you know, at this time of year, I always say the bullpen could always use work. Abreu, Brito, Cordero, Jermaine. Oh, no, Jermaine's a starter. Peralta. You know, when you're looking at Wally Peralta as one of your bullpen guys, come on, man. How many teams Wally been on?
Yeah, but maybe for some reason my bullpen, you know, Bigfoot, who pitched great last year, may get shelled the other night. Alamante gets shelled again the other night. These guys who pitched well last year, we're missing Anderson right now. We're missing him. But good thing about it, Gosselin should be back pretty soon. The Bazooka Guerrero looking pretty good. So and then Daniel Hudson should be back soon. And then by the All-Star break or shortly after, Walker Buehler should be back. We don't expect him to be the old Walker Buehler. Buehler. He probably give us a couple of good innings in the stretch run.
I got a text in. Naughty, you and Earl are very funny as a team. I'm curious on Earl's thoughts on Trayce Thompson. Just curious. I'm a Dodger fan.
I love him as a player. I think the problem is he has issues with right-hand pitchers. Sorry, he hits lefties pretty good. Outland is right now challenging to be the everyday center fielder. But Trayce will get a lot of playing time because of Hayward need rest. Chris Taylor is playing a lot. Is going to play a lot of shortstop, backup shortstop. So Trayce Thompson should still continue to get the playing time he gets, but mostly it will be against left-hand pitchers. A lot of potential, a lot of speed. He's only got 4 home runs. I think he had 3 in one game, so we need him to start putting some slugging on the ball. But outside of that, I love him as a Dodger. And, you know, the fact that he's got Bahamian descent, he's in battle for me.
There you go. All right, here's another text. Naughty, ask Pearly who else he trying to put on that bubblegum Dodger team.
If I get Aaron Judd, I'll take him. Listen, we're the West Coast Yankees. If we got the money, we can spend it. We want to win. And then the fact that we've fallen short of the World Series when we should have already in this, say probably in the last 5 years, should have had at least 3 World Series victories. I
What?
spend the money, man. Spend the money.
How you got out 3 World Series victories when you lead the league with the best record last year and you end up choking?
I said, count on the fact that we should have had at least 3 World Series victories. I'm pretty pissed. We should have won the World Series last year.
You blame that on your manager, man.
I don't think so. No, he doesn't swing the ball.
You and Roberts make up.
I cannot see any calls that he made against San Diego that I would have questioned that causes the game like that. Fellas just didn't hit. We took we walk over, so we beat them 14 out of 19 games. Or 15 out of 19. We owned them all season. We schooled them. I've seen it happen so many times. They made the adjustment and they were ready for us. Ain't nothing to do with Dave Roberts. I think Dave Roberts, considering the injuries that he had last year, considering with the juggling he had to do, I thought he did a fantastic job. And people don't realize that what he's done there.
So last year afterwards, you were just initially hot with him because of the loss. So you done got over that now. He's your boy again.
Over that. But if I sit down and look at it, all right. We give him hell because he left Kershaw in the game back a couple of years back in there, past the 7th, and then the Kershaw got bumped shelled. That was a bad move. He should have pulled him earlier. Fine, I can live with that. We understand that. We wrong for that. But if you look at what the manager he's been doing for the last with the injuries, this year, we've got Will Smith out, Galvin Lux out, Rojas just got hurt. And he's managing and he's battling. It isn't that we're not in the games. It's the bullpen. Bigfoot gave up a couple. Alamante gave up a couple. So I think the fact that he's able to juggle, it's like San Diego has a healthy team right now. They should be winning every game. Byron, let's see what happens if they get a couple of key injuries. How they will manage the team. It tells you how good a team they got.
So, Roberts is your boy again then. That's what I try to find out.
I think my boy. He ain't never told me the sort. Let's get that right. Let's get that right.
That's why I wanted to make sure.
I bleed Dodger Blue Tommy Lasorda.
All right, but let's look at the standings in Major League Baseball. If you look over in the National League, you guys are only 2 games back, all things considered, at 9-10. You're still only 2 games back at the D-backs who are 11-8.
That's why I'm not even worried about it.
And the Padres are 9-11 in their own right. And that's kind of, I think y'all two going to be battling for that division, like I say, at the end.
Yeah, at the end of the day, that's what's going to happen.
I think the Giants and the Rockies at 6-11 and 5-14 respectively have already started their swoon.
And the Rockies get 3 of them wins on us. So, they basically going to start just falling right down.
If you look at the National League, though, you got to keep an eye on the Braves. They're doing it again, 14-5. The Mets, 12-7. Even the Marlins at 10-9 are playing decent baseball.
Yeah, but see, that division is going to be a real fight.
Yeah,
Philly has a good team, and Philly ain't stopped playing ball yet.
Correct. I was just going to say they're 8-11 lurking, and they're not out of it at all. The Brewers in that division are 14-5. Now,
they'll run away with that. They're going to run away with that.
I don't know. The Cubs are 11-6 though, and I hear your boy, former Dodger, is quite happy in Chicago now.
Yeah, he has a new life, a new beginning, and he'll sign a big contract with somebody next year.
And
he won't be a Cub next year.
And another little one on the way.
Yep.
So congratulations,
He's married that girl now.
Listen, man.
The Brewers should run away with that division at the end of the day.
The Pirates are my dark horse in that division, but they always disappoint late. And don't sleep on the Cardinals, because you know what they do the second half of the season.
Yeah, but the Cardinals.
And I think the Reds are out of it already because they're young and they're not that good.
No, they're not.
You look over in the American League, you got some surprises though. The Rays 16-3, still going strong.
The Rays always had a pretty good team, so that don't really surprise me that. But
they got the best name in baseball, Randy Arozarena.
They came out flying, 13-0, and yet they still only got a 4.5 game lead on the Orioles.
And the Yankees, hold on, both of them 11-7. You don't push it now. Baltimore's only ahead of us in the standings alphabetically.
I got you.
Okay? But don't sleep, because the Blue Jays are 11-8 right there as well, too. And the Red Sox are 10-9. This may be another one of them dogfight divisions as well this year, Pearly.
Listen, if the season ends today, the whole damn American AL East will probably be in the playoff except the Red Sox.
For real. The Twins are 11-8. The Twins.
Look at the record. Now, today, Toronto would be in first place in the American League East. Or at least tied for first place in the American League East. And they would be in second place in the AL West right now. And they're in fourth place.
Right. I see what you're saying.
So if the season ends today, I mean, I'm just saying this.
Right. They would be in.
Baltimore, Yankees, and Toronto would be the wild card teams.
And I look at the Twins and the Cleveland Guardians in the AL Central as some dark horse teams that can beat up on some teams. They're two good teams. They play small ball, but they're good teams.
Yeah, they should be all right. I think Cleveland will take the division at the end of the day, though.
Rangers 12-6.
They
turned the corner?
They considering the money they spent last year, and if they're healthy, if Corey Seager's really playing some decent ball, they should win that division. I think, but you never sleep on the defending champs.
No, you can't.
The cheaters. I mean the Astros. Sorry.
The Houston Astros. Boy, listen, leave them Astros alone. But they got you. But they still got you goat, boy.
Still.
All right.
That's one. That's one of the three we should have had.
All right. So Pearly, we gotta talk about. We gotta get out of baseball now.
Okay.
And we gotta talk a little NFL. And then
you heard what my quarterback said yesterday, right?
Your quarterback said he's not going anywhere.
He's not going anywhere. If he wanted to retire, he'd done that a long time ago, and he's here. As long as, and I'm telling people, and you have to say if, because it's football. If Tua stays healthy, nobody wants to see the Dolphins next year. People will be afraid to play Miami.
Yep.
That team, Miami team right there. People will be afraid to play if Tua stays healthy.
Boy, Purdy, you may be, look here, but you might have an opportunity, buddy. And so do the Yankees. As of 2 hours ago, Madison Bumgarner has been designated for assignment by the Diamondbacks, and he's owed $34 million through 2024.
Wow.
Now, he's been underwhelming in Arizona over 4 years. 15-32, 5.23. But look, he was in Arizona. You get him in a change of scenery.
If he get, I mean, it's a little early, but he get him to a team
Arizona got to pay him the bulk of that money. The team who picks him up only has to pay him $720,000.
No, I don't mean that. I mean in terms of the season, because if this was like July, August, I'd have been happy to grab him because he will give you some good starts because of his experience. But to get him this early, oh boy, that'd be interesting. But we may need him. You never know.
And apparently your dream could come true because more Shohei Ohtani news. He could definitely be traded, all right? And he's definitely going to leave L.A. if they struggle this year.
Yeah, I know. I saw a story earlier today when they said that if and I already said it in the show, if they're in contention, they'll ride it out. But if they're not in the money, a trade deadline, they're just going to trade that guy. They're just going to get that guy and see what they can pick up.
Man, listen, 2021, 257, 46 home runs, 100 RBIs, 103 runs scored, 26 stolen bases, 9-2, 3.18 ERA, 156 strikeouts in 138 innings. And last year's numbers dropped off a bit, but they're still strong. He had 273, 34 home runs, 95 RBIs, 90 runs, and 11 steals. And he finished fourth in the Cy Young Award, but with a 15-9 record and a 2.33 ERA.
Yep.
219 strikeouts in 166 innings. He's a beast.
And he's the best player in baseball. Hands down. If he can do both, he's the best player in baseball.
He's a cornerstone to any franchise, man.
Yes. You can imagine him in left, Mookie in right, and Trace in center. Oh my goodness. Anyway. Or even Outland in center. Man, and that lineup. I think Kershaw staying actually. Yeah, that's the pitch.
I think he might.
But Kershaw right now looking really good. Really, really good. Really, really, really good.
He's in the zone. But
he's in the zone. He pitched a gem against the Giants the other night. I mean, against the Mets the other night.
Let's slide into this right now. We're going to talk NFL. Grading the offseason so far. Let's see how your Dolphins did. The Arizona Cardinals, they were given a D+.
Yeah, they did nothing. Absolutely nothing. They deserve more than D+. They deserve an F.
Atlanta Falcons were given an A grade.
Yeah, they really went on it.
They added Calais Campbell, Jesse Bates, Mark Hollins, wide receiver, quarterback Taylor Heineke, linebacker Caden Ellis, defensive tackle David Onyemata, edge Bud Dupree, tight end Jonnu Smith, and wide receiver Scotty Miller. They improved a lot.
Trust me, my son Vincent, I know he's happy.
Baltimore Ravens, they got a D-. Buffalo Bills.
They're gonna. You know why they getting that D minus?
They can't sign Lamar.
Yeah, if they sign Lamar, the grade will drop up. They'll jump up all the way.
Buffalo Bills C+, Carolina Panthers, they got an A-. And let's look at what they did for their A. They added head coach Frank Wright, running back Miles Sanders, wide receiver DJ Shark, safety Von Bell, tight end Hayden Hurst, wide receiver Adam Thielen, quarterback Andy Dalton. They improved.
God, the Bears get an A+? Oh, my goodness.
The Bears got an A+, is correct, and look at some of them additions. Wide receiver DJ Moore, linebacker TJ Edwards, tight end Robert Tonyan, linebacker Tremaine Edmonds, defensive tackle Andrew Billings, guard Nate Davis, edge DeMarcus Walker. They did improve.
They did improve. Now, on paper.
Right. The Kansas City Chiefs, the Cincinnati Bengals, they got a B. Orlando Brown, big addition right there on the offensive line. And cornerback Sidney Jones is a sneaky good addition right there. And I think Irv Smith Jr. is actually going to do well for them because they need a tight end. I think he's actually going to catch a lot of balls. Kind of deemed a bust coming out, but he was decent in Ohio State. I think he'll have another opportunity. Minnesota Vikings, they gave them an A. I don't know how.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously they added to the defense where they were lacking. So, safety Juan Thornhill, defensive tackle Dalvin Tomlinson, edge Obinana Okoronkwo, wide receiver Marquise Goodwin, tight end Jordan Atkins, defensive tackle Tristan Hill, former Cowboy, Josh Dobbs at the QB position as a backup. Yeah. Cowboys, let's see what they gave us. They gave us a B-. I don't know why.
Okay.
Well, I guess Brandon Cooks and Stephon Gilmore wasn't good enough. And you can't charge us for cutting Zeke. Zeke needed to go. You got, they gave the Denver Broncos a B. Sean Payton's already in the building. Detroit Lions definitely got a B+. They deserve that. The Packers got a D-. Houston, the Texans got an A-. And listen, like I said, they're going to be early. They may not go to the playoffs, but they're going to be respectable.
They can be a challenge. You ain't gonna just come thing. You ain't gonna mark them as a sure win right away.
No, Jacksonville got a C+.
Okay.
Kansas City got a C+. Las Vegas got a B. The Chargers got a C+. The Rams got a F. The Dolphins, here we go. We can end it here.
It was a C+.
C+. Yeah, there you go. Now you know how I feel about our B-. I don't know why y'all got a C+.
I mean, we
don't like
$14 million. We did a really good job with that limited money.
I don't like y'all, but you called in Jalen Ramsey, formerly Richie Anderson, now Chosen Anderson. What's going on with him? I think he's on some bad marijuana, to tell you the truth. Linebacker David Long Jr., wide receiver Braxton Berrios, I think is a steal. Former UM product, great punt returner for the Jets, and good little slot gadget receiver who could get a lot of balls in that offense. And punter Jake Bailey, I think y'all did well.
I'm going to be lost Kaseki, but we could get a cheaper version of him because he's not a blocker.
Maybe even a better version than him.
Yep.
So we'll see how it pans out. But Pearly, let's get to the first break. Go ahead.
I was a bit surprised when we signed all our running backs back. I thought we would try to make a move, for somebody, and that still isn't off the table yet. So you may even see more to come shortly.
Y'all might draft somebody in the draft.
But we probably will. But we got 13 or 14 million can drop on our lap on June 1 when Byron Jones' contract goes away. But we can't touch that till then.
All right, let's go to the phone lines. We got a caller, Pearly. Let's see what the caller's got to say. Talking Heads, Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Who's this? Talking Heads, Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Who's this?
Naughty, how you doing?
Afternoon.
Tell me something. You talking about something in particular, or I could just...
Well, we talking sports now, but what you got on your mind?
Naughty man, look here. I was involved in this. Someone knocked my car, right?
All right.
It was a rental car, whatever they call themselves over here, right? He had somebody driving the car, and he must be just took no insurance or nothing like that. And the person run behind me, and now I can't get this man nor this person to answer their phone. The police can't. What's supposed to happen in a case like that?
All right, what you're going to have to do is go to your make a report to your police station. Obviously, it's a hit and
When
run.
that's the police was on the scene, he keep telling the person, but bring in their papers, bring in your papers. Come on, man. What's supposed to happen? Then they're supposed to go and find this person and,
Right,
and
but you gotta
drag
go-
his backside. Pardon me?
You got to go agitate. I would go to road traffic, on East-West Highway, the main road traffic, and I would.
They were there.
But keep going
It just happened.
and keep agitating.
It just happened, but I think the police could do more naughty.
Now,
These people is just know the police. They're so slack. They could just get away with anything, man. And
Wait,
talking about
did you get
people-
did you get any information from the company that was involved that owned the rental
the
vehicle?
person, you don't even know if it's an legit company or not.
All right. Well, what I would suggest you do is I would go and I would talk to a lawyer. If you have a lawyer that could give you some advice, not charging your arm and a leg to see what your full actual legal
Yeah, but
recourse is,
naughty,
and I
the
continue to
police
make
could
the
follow
police
up,
complaints.
And they know these like by the license plate who the vehicle belongs
But
to.
listen,
Am I right or wrong? They just don't do more.
They should-
just tell you, but go to the court, and then when you put things in court, it run on and on and
And then that's why you have to do your due diligence. I know it sucks, but you got to
Thank
stay
you.
on them.
That's what I intend to do. That's why people
the
is
squeaky
tired
wheel
of
gets the
getting
most
nothing
oil.
Pardon me?
The squeaky wheel gets the most oil. Keep making noise.
Yeah, nothing has happened. Nothing has come out of these things. If they just lay back with, you could sue. So what? The person driving wreck come in like that and just get away. No papers, no nothing, no insurance, no nothing.
Well, what
and
to do?
They like putting in court because they know nothing is slipping come out of there. Pardon me?
Keep me posted on it, and if in a couple of weeks nothing changes, give me a call back, and we'll do what we need to do.
Oh,
We'll
well,
keep it
and
out
I'm
there.
going to call them like the rental car name. That's if it's legit. That's even if that exists and all.
No, don't.
Because I have it all over Facebook. So in case
Well,
you
keep
see
it
me
right.
writing in all these groups.
Keep it right
Pardon
on
me?
Facebook. Keep it right there on Facebook.
That's what I do. And please inbox me people out there. If you know who that person is, let me know, man. Because I right now driving the car, and even my flipping car, I got to head to work, and
I
man,
feel
just
you.
right off my car.
I listen. I know. I had that feeling. I lost one of my favorite vehicles late last year too, written off too. And it wasn't my fault. So I feel your pain. But keep me posted on it. All right.
So frustrated.
All right. Let's get to that first break, Mr. Producer. Purdy, you and I jump back in and talking sports on the flip side of the break, because you know we got to talk about on the flip side of the break, right?
Oh, what's that?
You got to talk NBA playoffs.
I know you. I mean, you go out. Go ahead.
No,
Let her
we,
take the
listen,
break.
no,
Mr. Producer,
we
take the break. I got
we
something to
ain't
say.
go route. We ain't go route. You and I done talk. We ain't go route.
No, I know I got something else to say on what I see this morning. Go ahead,
Right,
Mr. Producer.
you could say what you see this morning, but me and you ain't go route. Me and you done talk.
I know. Yeah, me and you done talk, but
I just don't like LeBron. He's a big. Anyway, let's go to the break.
please.
Hazelnut meets mocha with the new Dunkin' Hazelnut Mocha Signature Latte. Savor the delicious coffee combination of smooth, rich espresso with silky chocolate and toasted hazelnut flavors. All topped with whipped cream, decadent mocha drizzle, and hot chocolate powder. Available hot or iced, the Dunkin' Mocha Latte, the perfect pick-me-up at any time of day. So why wait? Head to your favorite Dunkin' and enjoy the Dunkin' Hazelnut Mocha taste sensation today. The Bahamas runs on Dunkin'.
Refined style with elegant taste, then fine threads is your place. If you want those slacks hemmed or just taking the waist, then fine threads is your place. If you wanna look suave and debonair everywhere you go, like you're supposed to be in a video, wanna step out and look great, then fine threads is your place. Refined style with elegant taste, then fine threads is your place. Is your place. Is your place.
People, what you thinking? We want something different. People, what you wanting? We want local government. I can tell them no more slunking. We want see it function. I can tell them no more joke. I forgot. Going down Blue Hill Road, going down Village Road, going down Nassau Road. We want local government. We want local government. Fix the road. We want local government. Share the love. We want local government. We got call for.
Sign the petition and find out more information at risebahamas.net.
When I had got prostate cancer, my family didn't know if I was going to live. At Cancer Treatment Centers of America, within days, I got an appointment. They presented me with treatment options, and we set up a robotic prostatectomy. When my scans came back, there are no signs of cancer. They don't see you as a number, they see you as a part of the family. I'm going on with my life. That's a real gift.
Call us at Cancer Treatment Centers of America.
This is Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
Talking Heads, the Thursday, April 20th edition of Talking Heads continues right now. All right, folks who just texted me, listen, you can pick up your prizes 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, right here at the Guardian, Oaksfield. All right, just see our lovely receptionist downstairs, and I should get you taken care of. All right, just let them know you want to make sure they get you squared away. 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, all right? All
Not
your names
Saturday,
are down there.
not Sunday,
All
Monday
your-
to Friday.
All your names are down there, all your lists down there. You're good to go. All right. So, Pearly, let's talk NBA. And I promise you, you and I are not going to rock. I ain't going to pull a Raheem. We all good. Okay?
Okay.
Let's look at scores from yesterday in the NBA. All right?
Yes, sir.
And it was a lot of redemption for a lot of teams that were down 0-1. Everybody seemed to come back and hold serve yesterday. You had Memphis 103-93 over the Lakers. You had the Bucks come back.
You call that redemption?
No, hold on. I'm just going down.
Okay, all right.
Maybe the word, all right, let me take redemption out of that. Let me say 3 teams bounced back who dropped game 1 in their first round NBA
Only 2
playoff.
teams bounced back. Only 2 teams bounced back.
Which were the 2 teams?
The Grizzlies, 1-1. The home,
Right.
the home
Okay.
team.
And the Nuggets,
Bucks,
the
1-1.
Nuggets moved to 2
And
to
the
nothing.
Nuggets was all over the Timberwolves.
But technically, when you lose 14 of 19 and you reverse into the playoffs, that's a bounce back that you won 2 games in the playoffs.
Okay, that's true, but
Because
you still finished with the best record in the best. So,
yeah,
you know.
that speaks volumes for how early they feasted on competition, Pearly. They had stretches there where they were
it
chomping.
does. It does.
And
It
that's
does.
sometimes that's a good thing, You get a big enough lead, you allow yourself to play out of a mucky situation like they did, reversing back in to the playoffs. And I don't know what happened to them after the All-Star break. I think they went on cruise control.
They probably did. And they had some injuries too, so but they are right now.
I still don't think they got out of the West, but you never know.
Yeah.
Bucks seemed to bounce back last night with a lot of oomph and a lot of gusto.
I keep telling you, the Heat is just a team of a bunch of good players who just doing their individual jobs. They don't have no chemistry, and they're not going to go anywhere.
Jimmy
They
Butler
probably
did his
won't win
thing.
them. They may
Robinson
win
did
one
his
more.
thing. Adebayo did his thing. What happened to Kyle
They're all
Lowry,
doing their
though?
thing. They all doing their thing. If you look at it, they're all doing their thing.
Individually.
If they're all doing their thing. Why they're not winning more? Because there's no cohesiveness.
Listen, you want me to tell you something, though? I think one of the biggest moves that the Bucks made was that trade for Jrue Holiday. All right? At that point guard position.
That was big for them. That was very big for them.
Very big, because he had 24, 5, and 11 last night with a
No,
steal.
that's very big for them, and he was the factor.
Middleton played well, Portis, all of them, and they played well last night with no Greek freak whatsoever.
Exactly.
The Antetokounmpo brothers were on the bench last night, side by side.
Yes.
Giannis and Theonis, or
Yes.
Thanasis, or whatever his name is.
Yes.
They were eating Greek pastries and watching the game. But Connaughton had 20 bench, bro.
Yep.
That's money. And Ingles, 17 off the bench.
The role players did their jobs.
Money. The whole lineup scored all the way through. Let's go to the phone lines real quick. Talking Heads, Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM. Who's this? Well, call us back. So I think Milwaukee now, they're in a position, I think they could take control of this series with the Heat. I think they might have righted the ship. So then that brings us to the Grizzlies and the Lakers. And, all right, here's the phone call back. We'll get to the Grizzlies and the Lakers in a second. Let's go to the phone. Talking Heads, Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM. Who's this? All right, we got one of them jabronis again. All right. So let me preface this for context. All right? Can I do that, Pearly? Is that fair?
Say that again.
I say let me preface what I'm about to say for context. Is that fair?
Go ahead.
All right,
No, just say what you have to say.
Here
Just say what you have to say.
Here comes the call again. Talking Heads, Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Who's this?
Hey, Lottie, what's happening?
Hey, what's going on?
Everything good. Listen, I want my brother, right, to stop downing my Miami Heat. Okay?
Mystery Dolphin, Purdy got every right.
I ain't downing your Heat, you know. I just talking the truth. I just talking the truth of what the Heat is as a team.
You say everybody playing their role. The series is 1-1. What you mean they ain't winning? No, you don't see no cohesiveness in there winning no bunch of games. I don't see the Bucks winning a bunch of games either.
They may win.
The Bucks are in the same state as the Miami Heat right now. 1-1. So what you talking about?
They're in the same state, 1-1 right now, but your best player is still on the court.
Well, no. Tyler Hero is out. Tyler Hero is out.
But Tyler Hero's not your best player.
Even in your top 3 best player.
No. I even ain't talking best player. But Tyler Hero is the shooter. He is the 3-point shooter for the Heat. He's the man.
Okay.
So let's stop that.
So let me ask you this question. Is Tyler Hero a bigger loss to the Heat than the Freak is to the Bucks?
No.
I rest my case.
No, but
they call that touche in France.
Now, Hero is not coming back. The Freak probably will come back.
I doubt that. Not with that back. No, sir.
He can come back against y'all. I don't think he can be able. I think he can be out before the playoffs are finished, and the Bucks will not make it to the finals anymore.
Yeah, but he's not coming back against the Heat.
He coming back against the Heat because he can come there to send y'all home.
No, sir. Absolutely not.
So you still think the Heat could win this series?
No,
I think the fact that Hero is not there. If Hero was there with the Freak out, I think y'all had a better chance. You're gonna miss that 3-point shooting.
I don't think Giannis coming back, but I'm kind of curious though because the West looking kind of scary, and it didn't look like no one really stepping up to the plate in the West to really say who's going to the final. So I want to hear from the both of you.
The first round, it's only the first round, and there's a lot of parity. There's a lot of parity in the league when you look at it. See, even though when you look at Golden State was the team that is the defending champs. They had a lot of injuries. Wiggins is out. They're scary. The Lakers is a rebuild team. They're scary. Denver flooded, so there is interesting there. Phoenix, they don't get the chemistry together.
Memphis showed a lot of moxie as a young team and played some good defense last night too.
But it doesn't matter who come out the West. If Boston makes it to the finals, nobody can beat Boston.
All right. So, Pearly, real quick, because we got to get to the commercial break and we got to get to the Final 10. And listen, I got a Final 10 today for you, man. Courtesy of Rich Eisen. And it's coming through, and it's saying that Tom Brady is playing quarterback for the Miami Dolphins.
Anyway, moving right along.
So
we're going to talk about this. Listen, let me tell you the problem I have with the Grizzlies.
Okay.
You ain't win nothing yet. You ain't do nothing yet in the league for you to have so much cockiness. From when Ja say, we ain't worrying about the West, we ain't worrying about Boston. And then Booker, see, I don't care what you feel about LeBron. I don't care how you like him,
Get
don't
that
like
clip
him.
for me, Mr. Producer.
I don't care if you like him or don't like him, but you don't say what Booker say and call him old because he can get schooled on Saturday night.
I'll just tell you this.
My only concern with that is if LeBron lets it get his head and overplays and eat this dude up and the team don't win because LeBron trying to embarrass this boy. But AD can't shoot 4 for 15 and give me 13 points on Saturday night. So, and I think you're going to see a big difference in AD. I think you can see a beast in AD. And I think you can see a beast in I don't want to call his name because I hate him. And I understand, I don't like him. But he's on my team.
But
I think you can see that. I think Booker overstep his bounds. That's disrespect. Credit where credit due. Like me, I said to you the other day, only 3 players they talk about who's the greatest. Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, and then my boy.
And listen, we'll pick up that combo tomorrow, Pearly, because we got to get to the break. But I really want you to hear this Rich Eisen. Well in depth, Brady may be in Miami, man. And I ain't saying that to go see you. It just broke like an hour ago.
Never happened.
But you know how Tom goes? It's this time of year where he comes with the after I reflected and I said I'm retired and I gone to Guanaki and played some basketball. And now, you know what? I want to play ball again.
He could do all that. It ain't going to be on my team.
Watch him end up right in Miami, and you could pull a me. you would be to the Dolphins, but I am to the Lakers. But at least we'll go through it together. See you tomorrow, my brother.
All right.
John Shoes and Accessories is your one-stop shop for all your footwear needs. Whatever the occasion, John's is confident you will find what you're looking for among our always growing collection of amazing and trendy styles. We cover women, men, children, the whole family. Together with John's great prices and helpful and friendly customer service, your experience in shopping with us will be time well spent. Too busy to come in store? Shop with us online. JohnShoes.com. John's also now carries small home appliances. So come on in today at John's, where we put fashion at your feet.
Original or hot and spicy?
Feeling original? Think twice. Here's some precise advice. Always add the spice.
Hey, that's great. Take your time, brother. I don't want you to run too far out with your spicy self.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, mouth hard, but you still ain't got the right flavor.
Listen, just like the Colonel, I'm an original. You? There's a spicy come lately.
You think so? Original. You could never.
There's no winning flavor. They're all finger-licking good. Only at KFC Nassau.
Jet off to the basketball playoffs with your Scotiabank credit card. You could be courtside in the middle of the action with an all-expenses-paid trip, plus airfare, spending money, and accommodations to the next basketball playoffs. Just apply for any Scotia credit card, spend $120 or more on a purchase, or use our Scotia Select Pay installment plan to win a slam-dunk trip to the next basketball playoffs, courtesy of your Scotia credit card. Visit bs.scotiabank.com for more information.
Play with Island Games, we making dreams come true. Play with Island Games, we paying more out to you. Don't mind the noise in the market, you get cash in your pocket. 'Cause Island Games is spicy, and spicy is tradition. So when you play Island Games, we putting Bahamians first, guaranteed to pay. Island Games, we like them other jokers. We've been here from the start, from the bike to computer. Island Games, we gonna make your dreams come true. We playing with Island Games.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
As you know, I came back from the combine and I actually started sharing. Yeah. And I did something that I don't normally do, which is rumor monger. And I wanted to give you an idea of what it's like to be at the combine and hear from people, because the combine is filled with innuendo and talk and chatter non-stop. The chattiest of the cathiest of all of the NFL events.
Which you told us on the way there.
I told you that on the way there, and I'm like, you know what? I heard things over in the combine, and I came back and I gave you a top 5 things that I heard at the combine. And, you know, it might have turned a head or two. It certainly did when it came to number 1. By the way, number 3 on the list was things between the Ravens and Lamar are not going well. Number 2 was the Packers sure hope that Rodgers. How did those two age?
Pretty well.
Okay. And then number 1 I heard from multiple people was keep an eye on Tom Brady, that he may not be done. And it killed me to do this because I love Tom Brady with every fiber of my being and everything that he stands for. And the last thing I wanted to do was make his life difficult. He even responded on Twitter. And I felt to myself like, oh, God, he must be sitting there going, really, Rich, did this? But I was told just the fact that he loves keeping his options open, that is what he does for ever, is keeps his options open. And there's a reason why he didn't sign a one-dayer with the Bucs. That might have helped him with their cap. And there's a reason why he didn't sign a one-dayer or his final contract with New England either. He wants to be a free agent just in case. And the just in case, certainly at the time, And we put pieces together yesterday because Tua came out and said in his media availability just yesterday, my last full day with a blue check mark, he came out and he said that he talked about potentially retiring with his family and decided against it, which is great. But keep an eye on Brady and Miami. We all know Miami, 7 nights from now, does not have a draft choice. They, what's the word for it, Christopher?
Forfeited.
They forfeited it because they tampered with Brady back in the day. There's been a connection between him and the Dolphins, and plus he lives in South Florida. That's his main base of operations. And if somehow, some way, this is what I was told, if Tua somehow can't answer the bell, because how many times it was rung, Brady is the ultimate, in case of emergency, break glass quarterback of all time. This is what I was told. And since then, Brady has done nothing to feed into that whatsoever. Whatsoever. All he's done is post videos on his Instagram and his stories and everything else of his beautiful children, his vacation, recreating what looks like a Top Gun Maverick beach volleyball scene, playing football out there, you know. He's videos of his cat. I mean, none of this is whatsoever giving you an indication he would play football again. None of it. Well, then, today at something called the Emerge Americas 2023 conference, I have it right here. Emerge Americas is a venture-backed platform focused on transforming Miami into a global tech hub. Brady was the keynote speaker there. And guess what? Was asked directly, would you come out of retirement to quarterback the Miami Dolphins? I mean, could not be more right into the heart of the question with that question. Roll it.
Spending a lot of time in Miami, now you call it home. By chance, is there any chance that you're coming out of retirement and playing for the Fins?
Oh, man. I know.
I'm just saying, you gotta.
Well, I will say, now that I'm not affiliated with any team anymore, and even though I have strong ties with a couple teams, I do have some friends on the Dolphins that I really like. So I wouldn't say I necessarily root for them all the time, but I root for my friends to do well, and several of them play for Miami. So
awesome.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Was that a yes?
That's not. No.
It wasn't a no.
Well, the question wasn't, do you root for Miami? Oh, baby. Look, Tua is awesome when healthy. The Dolphins are awesome and set up. I love the coach. I love everything that they've done. And I hope Tom enjoys, living his life the way he's living. But that right there is exactly why I was told what I was told at the Combine. Exactly. This thing can be totally put to bed for the rest of the year, may never happen, but this is exactly why I heard the chatter. God bless him. Guy just can't, he just can't say, he's not going to sit there and say no if he doesn't mean it.
Right. He's not going to lie to us. So, he says he's retired.
He's not going Costanza that it's a lie if he believes it.
I'm retired. What do you
Not
say?
a lie.
For good this time?
It's not
or
a
something?
lie. If you believe
I mean, he flat out gave you an answer.
I would be shocked if he played this year, but, this is the Michael Jordan 99.9. It's the 0.1% chance that he's leaving the door open, but I would be shocked. He's back. Shocked.
Yeah?
I would.
Right.
I'd be shocked.
Of course. So would I. 100%. But if Tua gets hurt, whatever, and the season's going down the tubes, he has friends on the team who he's rooting for. And now I think it is something we gotta consider here. This drop, we pop it out of mothballs. Right?
I plead the fifth.
It's time for a TB12 heat check.
I think the heat check's back.
That's such a great.
I forgot all about that.
It's been 2 years. That thing's been in the vault like the lost ark.
I didn't even know
We put it away. We put it away, in that big, huge warehouse.
Forgot where it was.
Yeah. We wheeled it, and then we just took it out and we'll dust it off.
So are we giving a number right now?
Oh, I think it's still at 0. I mean, Tua came out yesterday and said.
But Tua said he was thinking about retirement.
He did say that, but he also said that I got a son and Brady knows exactly about wanting to play so your kids can remember what dad was doing. Mm-hmm. I mean, he knows that. It's still 0. But it ain't less than 0, right?
Like Bonnie Raitt.
We're not Jamie Gertzen.
Like Bonnie Raitt, which is something to talk about.
I just said Jamie Gertzen.
You did.
I used her as a verb.
But Mike White is there. So if Tua can't go, it's Mike White.
Good one. Right there. This guy. This guy. He ain't no Bailey Zappi. That's correct.
I'd rather have Zappy than White.
Look at us. This now it's just a food fight. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern for free.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, Nassau, Bahamas.